If I say the name Moshe Rabbeinu, what comes to mind? Well, let's think for a second. I would imagine, certainly, we would think of one of the greatest Talmidei Chachamim ever, the greatest Talmid Chacham, the greatest prophet, the greatest Navi. But we might not always associate Moshe Rabbeinu with the greatest Baal Tefillah ever, the greatest person that poured his heart out to Hashem in davening. He was the epitome of prayer. He had all of the virtues, and he represented Klal Yisrael in prayer. And his prayers and his pleading with Hashem saved us many times. Here in Parshat Vaetchanan, we see again, he takes the position of this master of tefillah, the Baal Tefillah, and he turns to Hashem in praise. This time he's praying for himself. In order to go into Eretz Yisrael, he steps forward because of how much he wanted to come into this holy land, and for that, he stood up and prayed from the depths of his heart. And the rabbis tell us, in fact, that in order to bypass the power of Moshe's prayer, Hashem had to pull a little bit of a move, an interesting move. He had to basically close heaven down in order for Moshe's prayer not to be poel. So it's not that Moshe Rabbeinu's prayer wasn't good enough to be answered. Hashem had to bypass that and basically not answer prayers that day. And all of heaven was shut down, so to speak. And the Midrash elaborates on the power of Moshe's prayer, I mean in modern terms, like a nuclear bomb that is unstoppable. Now, in the beginning of this week's Parsha, the Lashon itself, Vaetchanan, is a Lashon of prayer. It's a language used for prayer. Furthermore, Vaetchanan is a Lashon of a gift, chinun, grace, something that you're getting not because you deserve it, but just because Hashem gives. And this is the secret of prayer that was taught to Moshe Rabbeinu on Har Sinai, and that is that Hashem shows grace. Hashem just gives when He wants, when He decides, but really it's much higher than not a judgment type of decision. We know that we function in this world and we must face this concept of reward and punishment. But reward and punishment is only put into place because we have to have a world that functions and in a way that is calculated so that the punishment for the wicked is there, but the reward for the righteous is there. But above that level of reward and punishment even is this initial will and ratzon of God, which taps into this just unbounding, unlimited, just grace and mercy from Hashem that is not based on deserving it, because we really go one step deeper into creation, so that we can never really say that we deserve anything. You know, all of creation was just brought into existence in order to create a playing field where it's as if we deserve, because we do. But even that doing that causes us to deserve some kind of reward is itself a gift from Hashem. And this is really the essence of prayer. When we come to Hashem in prayer, we're trying to go all the way up to the Baal HaRatzon, to Hashem Himself, so to speak, which is really untouchable, but through His grace, again, He allows us to approach Him in prayer and talk to Him. The analogy with Shemona Esrei, and this applies to all prayer, is like walking into this private chamber where Hashem is there, and we're able to say, Hashem, I need you. Hashem, we want you. Help us, help us. And in that level of connection and communication, this dialogue that we have with Hashem, it goes beyond the rules of reward and punishment. It goes beyond the protocol of how a king runs a nation, and even the Creator Himself. It goes beyond His normal ways of running and founding the world, which was on regular chesed, and it goes to this idea of just because I want. It's just a high level within Hashem. Now, Moshe, understanding this, approaches Hashem in prayer, in Vaetchanan, and the rabbis teach us, based on exactly this prayer for him to come into Israel, is where we learn unbelievable lesson. We're taught that the righteous, which again on some level all of Israel is righteous, meaning we all have that righteous component within us, so we all can kind of identify with it. We all are Hashem's children, and we all have this ability to approach Hashem and say, Hashem, Tati, Abba, you made me, you put me here. I need your help. It's not fair not to help me, because it's you that put me here, and it's you that created me with these weaknesses and my fears, and right now I need you. So on one level, we all, again, the righteous here, we're taking a broad approach to righteous. It's all Israel is righteous, and we all can say, Hashem, I need this, and on some level, I have a taina. I can ask it because you put me here. And for the real righteous, like Moshe Rabbeinu and the tzaddikim that we speak about and learn about, and unbelievable their devotion to Hashem and their perfection in doing the divine will in this world, they really have even from Midat Hadin, even with the perspective of harsh judgment, they have the right to say, look, Hashem, I served you all my life. When it was hard, no matter what, I served you. And so there's a little bit of even with them, more of an ability to ask and say, Hashem, now I need, and it's fair that I get in return. With that all said, we're taught that when we approach Hashem in prayer, we should never introduce any of those attitudes and ideas that I just mentioned. Instead, we all approach Hashem empty-handed, like a child that has done nothing, that is purely in the needy position, but without any merit, without any mouth to say, Hashem, you owe me, Hashem, I deserve. When it comes to prayer, it's all Lashon Vaetchanan. It's all just because Hashem loves us and just wants to give. It's this free gift, which is what all of our life existence and experience is. This free gift from Hashem. And that's the secret of prayer, is to come with those empty hands without any demands and to say, Hashem, please, find it in your heart to give. Not because I deserve, but just because you're Hashem and I'm here and we are devoted to you. We trust in you. We believe in you. We're waiting for you. We love you. That's the secret of prayer that we're taught from Moshe himself. And that's what Hashem taught Moshe, that I will show grace and I will be compassionate to those that I choose to. And we're just asking Hashem, take a look at us, think of us, remember us, and take care of us.